Arizona Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords will fly to Florida this week to watch her husband command the next-to-last space shuttle flight Friday. Giffords has been in a rehabilitation hospital in Houston since late January, recovering from a gunshot wound to the head. Her alleged assailant, Jared Loeffner, is in custody undergoing a mental evaluation. Families watch launches from a private area of Cape Canaveral, and Giffords is not scheduled to appear in public. From guests to food to media, the numbers on Friday's royal wedding in Great Britain are astounding. Not just the expense of the ceremony for Prince William and Kate Middleton either. See, more than a third of the people on the planet are expected to watch the ceremony on television. 2.6 billion people. By comparison, 1,900 people will attend the ceremony in person. And the media are well represented at the nuptials. 8,000 members have credentials. 21 chefs are preparing 10,000 canapes for the reception. And one of the royal wedding cakes will feature 1,700 biscuits and 40 pounds of chocolate. For a certain weatherman I know, that's just a light snack.
I was going to say, what's everybody else going to eat, you know? That's a lot of chocolate. Sounds pretty good. Down south, kind of shifting gears here a little bit, they are getting slammed again. This is a big, long tornado watch running from the Missouri Boot Heel in southern Illinois all the way down into Texas. We've had a cluster of tornado warnings around the Little Rock area and also up into not just south of Cape Girardeau. As you can see, the rain just continues to funnel up across that area. Fairly strong risk of severe weather there tonight, shifts eastward tomorrow. We, on the other hand, are under the influence of this upper-level low just to the west of Kansas City. Here we are, and these showers are trying to come our way. They're not that heavy, but there's a little bit of lightning in there. So we may have some showers in the vicinity tonight as we cool down to 46. This evening, temperatures probably hold pretty steady, but as the winds kick up out of the west and southwest in the morning, we'll cool off, and then a little sun will bleed through briefly up to 67 degrees. Don't expect the moon tomorrow, just maybe a little glimpse. This afternoon, somehow, Pleasant Hill at 60. They got a little closer to the warm front. KCI started the day at 50, so only about a 10-degree spread. And you can see the heat. The 80-degree line is this red line right through here. And you'll notice how the heat kind of envelops this moisture flow from the Gulf of Mexico that was most rich across Texas. So the heat and the Gulf moisture comes up, rams into this warm front, and along that dry line, and that's what's been sparking the thunderstorm activity in the next wave, bringing the jet stream winds up and over the top of the low. So that's keeping the heavier rain shield just southeast of Kansas City, with the jet kind of delineating the backside of the heavier rains. There's a little upper-level low to our north and west right here that will bring us those showers tonight, but it's also dragging in some slightly drier air right here on the southwest side. So with time, this flow will shift off to the east, and we'll go into the drier air by morning, so not too concerned about heavy rain, severe weather, anything like that. Currently, you can see it a little bit better in the radar and with this little rotation coming our way. So a brief shower tonight should be done by shortly after midnight. But look at the cool air diving in on the backside. Hastings right now 42 degrees, while Springfield's 57. It's in the 60s down south, so it's not particularly hot, but there's an incredible amount of wind shear on that low pressure area down there. Our rain chances rotate away by morning, so we'll still have a backlash of cloud cover that eventually relents to a little bit of sunshine. There is some energy coming down the backside of that low, but it swings to our south on Wednesday. However, there is some cool air aloft on Wednesday, so I can't rule out just a brief sprinkle. Won't amount to too much, but as you can see, tomorrow's sun takes us into the 60s, and then a secondary cool front keeps us in the 50s on Wednesday. So the first half of this week's absolutely nuts. The flow out west is flattening out, though, so that's a good sign that maybe we have some change. Here's our tower cam. Looks pretty monotone, wouldn't you say? 500 feet up in the sky, it's socked in the clouds at 97% humidity and 56 degrees. So showers tonight, maybe a brief rumble of thunder, but it's gone by morning. It'll be 47 degrees at 8 a.m., noontime reading at around 58 with the sun trying to poke through. The winds will drop off later in the day. It'll be a gusty morning. 67, so halfway decent late afternoon. Tomorrow night down to 39 degrees. I know, it's chilly again, and we will never get rid of this heater.
It'll be an ice warning.
I know, probably. But look at Friday, almost 80, and then a chance of thunderstorms Saturday morning briefly, but the rest of the weekend looks fine. So I think we'll be okay this weekend, too.
Nice recovery.
Yeah.
We'll have to get you to give us a long-range forecast for Great Britain.
For the royal wedding. I'll see what I can dredge up. Probably just fine. I don't know.
Well,
We'll see.
We'll
what is it, Friday morning?
Yeah, something like very early.
As you can tell, I'm paying close attention.
4 a.m. our time.
4 a.m. our time.
It'll
be easier to give our forecast for 4 a.m. Friday. But I'll take a look.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, buddy. The kids are very eager at Oak Hill Day School in Gladstone, awaiting the arrival of new life. They're waiting for 12 baby chickens to hatch, and they have webcams trained on the nests for the big moments.
They watch for the cracks, watch for the pecking, and then usually they hear the cheeping sounds. And it's a lot of excitement, but it's good excitement.
The webcam is a new feature this year, so kids can watch from home since the chicks don't hatch all at once. Fox 4 is working for you, honoring the high school class of 2011 with our senior send-offs. Tonight's featured send-off is for Taylor Elliott of Lee Summit West High School. See more send-offs at fox4kc.com, and remember to submit one to enter a drawing for a $400 graduation party. Our Picture Perfect Prom contest is still in progress as well. Check out the contest links at our webpage. A federal judge has spoken, and the first round goes to the players in the NFL lockout. Al has details next. You're watching Fox 4 News at 6.
I'm Susan Hyland. Tonight on Fox 4 News at 9, we'll have more from a vigil for the 4 people killed in a house fire in Richmond, Kansas. Plus, the Facebook friendship that ended with armed robbery. We'll see you tonight on Fox 4 News at 9.
Well, it's not like the Chiefs are going to start their offseason program tomorrow or maybe not even a week from now, but U.S. District Judge Susan Richard Nelson has sided with the players and has granted their request for a preliminary injunction to lift the NFL lockout. It's an early victory for the players, but it's not over just yet. Judge Nelson will also not issue a stay, meaning she will not hear from the owners, who issued a statement saying they will appeal in a higher court, but still believe the best for all parties is a new collective bargaining agreement. The talks continue. Both KU and K-State have one more week of spring football before they head to the spring training games this coming Saturday. We'll hear from KU's Turner Gill tonight at 10 o'clock, but first, here's K-State's Bill Snyder, who says one day his football team looks good, the next, not so much.
So it's the inconsistency that prevents me from saying this group has really, made constant and consistent improvement throughout the course of the spring. I like the direction we're going collectively right now, but it's, as I said, it's still, it's still up and down. You don't know what to expect the next day, but I think we're further along right now, quite a bit further along today than we were, at the outset of spring practice.
After losing 6 of their last 8 and getting swept in 3 games in Texas, the Royals are off tonight. They open a 3-game series in Cleveland before they come home this weekend and host Minnesota. Of course, the jury's still out on the Zach Greinke trade, who got the best of the deal, but Greinke did continue his rehab yesterday with the Brewers' AAA team in Nashville. That lost 7-3 to the Royals' AAA Omaha Storm Chasers. This video shows Greinke in top form, but believe me, he got battered. 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 2/3. He's hopeful to be called up soon.
Hopefully just one more start. I was hoping it was after this one, but only let me go 55 pitches, so gotta throw another one now. And hopefully that's it.
Zach Greinke has always been a different animal. You see him there on the couch after 3 things
Lazing away.
I'm glad he's gone. I just am.
Al, thank you. We're always on the web for you at fox4kc.com.